kind of felt like I don't really know, not really know how to improve in Overwatch or in games in general. I
Yeah.
kind of just it kind of is always for me like that. It instantly kicks, and then I get to a certain level. And for me, that's has been Masters in Overwatch 1, and that's where I have stayed.
Okay, so
Um,
it's very, very much like instinctual. Instincts hit a
yeah,
wall. GG's, I'm done.
yeah, kind of like that. I mean, I've been playing
Yeah.
for 8 years, but
Yeah, yeah.
on and off, but haven't really taken it seriously.
Okay.
And now I wanna work on how to improve and work on improving, and I kind of want to know what to focus on, because I don't know if it's my ADHD, but when I try to VOD review myself or something, it just becomes either I'm not paying attention to anything, or it's just I see every little mistake and I don't know which ones to actually focus on.
Of course, of course. Okay. So now basically you're at a point in time where you're struggling to find out what's the next step. What can I focus on? Am I focusing on too many things? Do I not really have any feedback at all? Like, what's the next step here? Now,
Yeah, basically.
curious what caused you to now take things more seriously after playing for so long? Like, why the pivot here?
I mean, it's kind of I stopped playing completely due to my conscription for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then that I've started working. Afterwards, I kind of have more time,
Yes.
more money, and also I got got my girlfriend hooked on the crack cocaine that is Overwatch, and
Yeah, fair enough.
that makes it more fun to play as well.
Of course.
So I'm kind of enjoying the game a bit more, especially with Overwatch 2. For me as a DPS player that likes flankers, it feels good.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Well, obviously, cultural, social things generally are the most important influencing change. So
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear it's been mostly positive for you here. And
yeah.
you're at Diamond 4, or you were at the time of the form. Is that still the case?
Diamond 3, but yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I'm
Congratulations.
Master 5 in support, but
Okay.
but that's
And
not my main role.
sure, Tracer, Cassidy, Echo, Genji, but you want to focus on Tracer. Is that still the case?
Yeah,
Okay. Why? Why Tracer?
because I feel like she's really fun. I've only recently started, like a couple of months ago, started to learn her, but I've been having a really good time with her. I really enjoy her mobility and the being able to do very much in a team fight, while at the same time not being as reliant on support from the team as some other characters.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. What do you hope to get out of the session? You say some pain points I need to improve and a starting point in VOD reviewing. I know in theory what to do, but I have trouble figuring out what is the most important thing to focus on. Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you play Overwatch? Depends on work, but I would say 3 to 4 per day, but sometimes I'm gone for a week or 2. Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. Now, how is that time spent? Quick play, solo queue, duo queue, ranked, quick arcade, what do you got?
Previously, I would just queue ranked, like for 4 hours straight, or if I'm free and feel like playing that day, I'm just queue for 7 hours straight. And now that I've started like taking it, trying to improve a bit more and watching more of your videos and other videos and stuff, I've been trying to like do 10 minutes warm up and play a couple of games, maybe 3 to 4 games when I'm feeling like I can actually focus and trying to think a lot about, like, maybe I want to improve my positioning, and then I just try to focus on that and
Okay.
quit play on my Smurf that is Diamond 5. So it's not actually smurfing, it's just an account I play on when I don't want to have to try hard all the time.
Okay. Okay. And for your goals here is to get Grandmaster on DPS and to get really good at Tracer. Short term is to climb back to Masters. So, what is your short, small, simple solution training plan for you to be able to make that? Because I find 55% of improvement comes from format of how you're practicing and how the quality of how you're training. For some people, it's more warm up. For some people, it's less. For some people, it's more ranked. For some people, it's less ranked. For some people, it's playing consistently every day. For some, it's playing less overall. For others, it's more. Where do you feel like you could clean up and improve how you're training by a little bit? Where's the
I think
lowest
that's
hanging
mainly
fruit?
having a structure, because I don't really have that. I mean, I recently started having that with this, but this is as much of a structure as I have, like
Yes.
trying to work out like not a schedule, but like a schedule I could apply to any day that I start when I start to play Overwatch, whether that be the evening after I get home from work, as long as I'm not too tired, or it's the weekend and it's just a morning where I feel like playing.
Okay. Okay. So
Just
you've had
plug and play schedule, basically,
yeah.
is what I.
So you've had more of a schedule recently than you've had in the past, essentially.
Yeah.
And how long has that been the case?
Maybe 3 weeks, I think.
Okay. And how has that gone? Not in terms of like your rank, but how has it felt? How's the quality of
I
play?
mean, it's felt good. It feels like I have more like control or awareness of like how I'm performing and how what I am doing.
Okay.
So it feels good.
Good. That's the important thing. Is it needs to feel good. It needs to not feel like a chore, right?
Yeah.
It needs to feel productive. I know when I found the schedule that was right for me back when I was playing a lot more consistently in like 2018. It's like 2.5 hours in late morning for me usually, or late morning, early afternoon. Felt like the most energy. And then what I would do is whenever I had other work stuff I would do, I would be listening to stuff. As that's when I would grind my mechanics. Like it'd be later in the evening. I'd just play try hard, free for all, or deathmatch. Turn the audio off and just listen to stuff. And I just grind mechanics. And it was a bit unorthodox. It's not what most people do, but it worked for me, and it really helped me to be consistent. I also noticed that I really couldn't get away with 4 or 5 days per week personally. I had to get like 6 or 7, even if it was less time, just because I needed the consistent like day in, day out kind of a thing. And maybe that's you, maybe that's not you. I think everyone's a little bit differently, but I think treating that honestly, even like a workout, like testing things, trying things, it's like really important. So I'm glad to hear that's going well. Keep at that. I don't think you don't need to revolutionize what you're doing right now, what you've been doing for the last 3 weeks. But then as time goes on, you might want to try new things, want to improve this, want to improve that. Be aware of that. Sound good?
Yeah, I mean, the thing you spoke about with Tryhard Free for All sounds really good, because I can kind of like when I want to listen to a podcast or something, I usually just play Civilization and just randomly click stuff just because to have something to do. And playing some mindless mechanic stuff in Overwatch sounds like the perfect thing to do.
Yeah, it can't hurt, because what it doesn't do is it doesn't build bad habits, because you're not playing, you're not playing ranked with audio off or quick play with the audio off, and your positioning is bad, your CD usage is bad. You're just killing people. You don't really care. So now, in terms of hero pool, you want to focus on Tracer. Does your career profile for this season reflect your emphasis on Tracer?
Yes, it's Tracer is my most played.
Okay, excellent. Okay, what do you feel is holding you back from improving? Oh, by the way, do you have any questions about warm-up?
Not really. I've watched some of your videos on it, and I feel like I kind of agree with your take on it, on not focusing too much of your time on it.
Sure.
So I can kind of do Vaxta or Tryhard Free for All for 10 to 15 minutes until I feel like it's clicking.
Okay.
Maybe do a bit of Kovacs if I feel like it, but not something I try to make myself do, because then it's boring.
Yeah, seems good. What I need to find out is, what do I need to focus on improving? I think it's decision making and positioning with some micro stuff. Okay. Elaborate. Anything else to elaborate on, I guess?
I kind of feel like I have a hard time knowing what to do, since I played so long instinctually, not really like trying to make a conscious effort to think about what's the optimal play. I just go for the thing that just feels right. So now that I started screaming again after not screaming for 7 years, just for fun, like just a 3K team to because I enjoy it, not trying to go pro or anything. And then comes the question of what to like scream stuff is applicable to comp and what doesn't, because stuff like kill boxes and win conditions, I feel like it's not that clear cut to translate to comp, where everything is kind of like just a hodgepodge of random random stuff.
I feel like a lot of the improvement that you make in team environment is usually related to the team environment, right? Like I think, and then developing your individual skills, all the micro, even the basics of positioning usually comes in solo queue rank, so that you don't have to think about, because when you're a team, there's so many things that you have to coordinate and think about. And I think like that's the difference here. So you need to be putting the emphasis on cleaning those things up in solo queue ranked, and then you're able to play with your team. And I assume you guys are scrimmaging once, twice a week?
Yeah, I mean it's been depending, probably around twice to 3 times a week. It's really new, only for a couple of weeks in this. I just felt like doing it again.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
We talked about like the best things of Overwatch are like the social things, right? Like it's fun. So
exactly.
Okay. I don't really have any other questions from your forum. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, not really.
Okay. Do you want to get into it?
I can send you. Yeah, I'll send you the replay for the one I wanted to look at the most.
Now I am uploading my previous session as we speak, so if things look very pixely, please let me know.
Yeah, right now it's fine.
Okay. I mean, it's not going to be 10,000 perfect. Now, you lied to me, because the Genji God V2 is not what we're looking at here. So let me guess, you started off as a Genji player, yeah?
Yeah, and I was like
Welcome
15
to the club.
when Overwatch came out, and played against someone in Masters that was called Genji God, and I changed my name to this because I was a bratty little teenager. And I didn't care about the free change, and now I'm like, I'm not paying $10 to change my name. Fuck that. So.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, I start off as a Genji player too. You want to see something disgusting? Yeah, support player, right? You know, right? Support player. Oh, yeah, that's Genji. I start off as a Genji player. And actually, I had the only other account I have is like a little Genji alt account I had back in 2018, which was like 30, 40 hours on this. So.
I mean, it's really fun. It's just
great.
You have to be so clean with it and so consistent at playing perfectly, I feel like. And Tracer is just more reliable mobility and stuff.
More consistent output and pressure.
Fits perfectly with a Tracer.
Okay, so what have you been working on with Tracer recently, if anything?
Kind of been focusing on taking off angles, not really just going with my team.
How's that been going?
I think it's been going good. It feels like I get more like opportunities to shoot and not instantly die. The problem I've been having is sometimes I feel like I'm taking too deep or taking too long, so my timing is off with my team. And sometimes it's hard because, like for example, like this, if my team is just running straight down main, I don't know if I even have the time to spend those blinks going around the side to set up an angle that would be better. Maybe better for me if the team chilled a bit, but I can't trust the random team to just wait.
Of course.
When no one is in voice.
Of course.
So,
okay. Let's take a look.
So kind of like when should I go where is kind of the thing I'm working on.
Okay, sounds good. I like the little rotation here. Short range off angle is crucial. Rotating around. Do you have any questions about Tracer and general stuff before we move full in here?
Not really. Kind of just like if I should alter my playstyle. Like if there's different playstyles, I should play in different comps, or it's just always the same. Like
always the same.
Angle.
Always the same.
Yeah.
The only difference is that sometimes there will be somebody in here fighting you for this off angle, and in which case you fight them. If there's nobody here, then you deepen. That's the only change.
Yeah.
That's it. When you're playing versus dive comps, they're more likely to be marking your off angles, but then you don't necessarily need to kill a backline. Versus pokier comps, they're less likely to be able to mark your off angles because they're slower characters, but then they're also a lot more high risk, high reward when you do go for them. Like a Zen can kill you, right, very quickly.
Yeah.
But you can also kill the Zen very quickly. This rotation's been good. I've had no problem with this. This is fine. Your space control's been good. This is a bit risky here because you do what we call the Tracer sandwich, right? Which is you had an angle, you see a target on the angle. I know it's painful, but really you need to focus on controlling the space here.
Yeah, I just felt like we didn't we weren't capping the point, and maybe that's just because
it's
only me and Lucio, and it's gonna
yeah,
we're
exactly.
gonna die anyways.
Win the fight first, right? Win the fight first, and also if this ends up going poorly, as it probably will, Lucio probably dies. Well, then if you're here, well, then you can deepen and sit.
Yeah, I think that's a problem I have. I kind of just reset and go in and die to get some ult charge when my team loses, instead of just staying on the angle and hiding.
It's not a bad idea. If you do, if you know, sometimes dying and resetting is fine, but I think if you have the opportunity here, I think this is okay.
Yeah. And as I say that, I'm trying to do the thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. The only question is just crossing in the open to chase a target will get you killed. Not even in diamond, right? 50% of the time, that's going to get you killed. Good rotation. We're back on the angle. We didn't know the Zen was there. That's okay. Don't run away though. I know you don't have recall, but you need to be a gnat, a fly on the Zen. You had all this time, all this work to get here. Why are you leaving?
Yeah.
If you are low on resources, you don't necessarily need to leave the angle. You just need to approach the angle differently. Like, how would you play this now with one blink and
probably
no recall?
But by the right side of the door, because since I'm gonna have one blink by the time I get there.
Yeah.
So if he pushes me, I can just blink back to the other corner.
Chill, just kind of chill and distract, harass, and then eventually push out from there. But from here, I mean, this is not the angle that we want. This is too far. Yeah. This is going to ironically cost more blinks for you to do anything from here.
Yeah.
So hold the angle. I like this. This is good. Where should you rotate from here? You have two choices.
I mean, probably left. Right would be the better angle.
Left would be better in a few seconds. Right would be better immediately. Your choice.
Yeah.
But not in point.
Yeah.
Not in point. Because if they push point, you want to be on an angle already.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's fine.
Yeah, I was just too slow with the recall.
That's fine. That's fine. You're chasing staggers, which means you're also not really on an angle. Where should you be now? Two choices.
I mean, I kind of felt like I had to push point because no one on my team was on it.
Yeah.
I can push point and survive. But
let's say that somebody was on point. Where would you go?
I mean, either distract the diva if she tries to chase me, or try to set up on an angle on the right side of my team in the room with the mega. I would say.
Here?
Yeah.
Here? Yeah?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, this is good. This is fine. Now this is usually not fine if somebody's on high ground. However, nobody's on high ground, so what should you do?
I mean, right now I should try to set up a close range off angle. And if I can get the Juno distracted if no one else is here, that's like makes stuff easier for my team.
You got it.
It's kind of hard right here with no cover. But
you got it.
Maybe a harasser from here.
Sure. You can close the distance here because nobody's. Well, now they're pushing you out, but this has been fine. This fight has gone poorly in terms of results because your team was all dead. But I think in terms of how you're doing it, it was good. The irony is that this is your first mistake right here. You're about to get pushed. Where do you go when you get pushed? Remember the same thing with the Zenyatta here.
Yeah, I could have just went down to the right into
stay on the angle. Yes.
Stay on the angle.
Stay on the angle. Not just because, that means that you can do more aggressive things if they do push you. I mean, kinda, yeah. But it's just safer. It's just safer.
Yeah.
And as you can see,
they're going to chase my team to get staggers. They're not going to look on random flanks.
Right, and it's a lot harder to chase you with cover and all this like little like you could even go this way, right? You blinked into the open to go towards your team. Your team is not safety. Your team is not safety. That means offensively, don't chase in front of the enemy team. It means defensively, if they push you, don't run to your team either, right?
Yeah.
Hold the angle. Hold the angle. I have this little bell here. I'm really tempted to every time you give like a good answer, just ring the bell. I don't know. I might get a little unhinged and ring it. So you never know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Pavlovian. A good. Oh wait. Oh no, it didn't work. Wait. There. Okay. Okay. What do you think about this angle? Is this a bell or no bell?
I mean, I think this is fine. I'm just starting to go on the angle. And,
yes.
See an easy target and shoot.
Yeah,
it.
That's it. It's really good. I mean, this is great. This is great. It's boring.
Yeah.
But you don't even need your Juno's help here, really. I mean, it's nice that she's helping, so you are going to get the DMAC here, but you really don't even need the angle. And it was exactly where you went. Please don't die to baby. Thank you. Where should you go?
Left side, probably.
You were already here. Right.
I should
right.
just continue.
Right.
Left.
So this is the irony here is going back to your previous point. There was some concern about being too late on fights. So then you're on an angle, and then you double back and go in. You're thinking about going in this way, even though that's just as inconvenient as wrapping this way. Right?
Yeah.
It's actually just as fast to go here because you've already set up this way and then apply pressure from here or apply pressure from here or apply pressure from here, right? Now, if you had chosen to roll out right, same thing, right? It's just convenient. So do what's convenient here because this is a lot of time being wasted in that hesitation. And that's okay. You do make the right choice eventually. But I think the reason why you might be feeling like you're late is maybe some of the hesitation with what you should do.
Yeah.
This is fine. Stay here. Keep shooting. Don't do this. Where should you go instead?
Yeah, top left.
Top left.
Get off angle.
Let the Juno ult force the CDs and the attention that will allow you to isolate and kill this target. This is easily the ugliest skin. I don't know why people use this. I hate this skin
Maybe
so
just
much.
anime fan.
Maybe. But you see how like you've allowed them to control space here. You've allowed the soldier to live.
Yeah, I could have just, even if I didn't kill the soldier, I could have tied him up so he couldn't apply pressure on my team.
And then now you're out of position. You notice that? You're out of position, you're out of resources, and you're on the angle, but instead of rotating to the angle naturally, you forced it. And so then now you're easy to isolate and kill. Tracer is like poetry. There's a lot of room for creative expression and doing new and clever things and choosing the angles that you like or the positions that you like or showing off your mechanics, but it has to follow some form of structure. Not all poetry does that, of course, but I think most people enjoy poetry with some form of iambic pentameter or a sonnet or whatever, and I think like that's a lot of the poetry that people like has some form of structure and it finds creative expression through that structure. And Tracer's the same way. You need to take an angle, you need to shoot what's convenient on that short range off angle. But do you want to go here? Do you want to deepen? Do you want to go for high risk, high reward? Do you want to press your tank? Do you want to wrap on the right side? But if you break the rules, you're going to have some ugly poetry. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. Basically what has happening is you're forcing a rhyme, but you're not following the rules of the poetry. You're just, these words rhyme, so it's poetry. No.
Yeah.
No. And now this is just, you're very late to the fight. You're thinking about pulse bomb.
Yeah, I tried to pulse bomb, but they killed me as I clicked.
See, this is where you can have creative expression here. Because when I'm playing Tracer here, I'm bad or weak mechanically, so I would never go for something like this because I'm not confident that I'd be able to get there because this is going to be a double blink and then a recall. And if he's not dead, then you're going to be out of position, right?
Yeah.
But I would go for more drop the angle here, shoot what's convenient here, wrap this way, harass, distract, and then maybe when I get my third blink, push up here. But you know what you might do? You might be like, I am confident in my mechanics here. I'm going to go for the high risk, high reward play, which, most people might not, but you could. I don't think this is a bad play. Do you prefer low risk, low reward or high risk, high reward? Some people prefer one, some people prefer the other. I don't think either one is bad because you're following the structure, Yeah. So you're going to go for him here, and it works. You're going to use the angle that you set up then to deepen on right. You're going to keep harassing. You're going to chase the Juno because she's low. Then you're going to shoot the Diva because she's left on the angle, and then you're going to get contested on that angle. So then you're going to kind of turn your attention to the Ashe, utilizing cover, and then I would never go for this because I'm not as good as you are at Tracer, but you will. But do you notice that you've popped off here mechanically? But
because you didn't hesitate to do.
Yes. I wanted to say you've popped off mechanically, but you've also played really good fundamental Tracer. Really good job. Your rollouts were good. Your cover usage was good. Your rotations were good. And then obviously, like that helps your mechanics to pop off. But yeah, you did a good job. Really good job. Nicely done.
Thank you.
This is fine. Obviously, a little bit of a sandwich here, so be careful.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward, but your team isn't there to really push you here. So, okay. Now, you have a choice here, right? You can passive here. You can rotate here. You can even get a little saucy with it and take the time because there's no real immediate value anywhere. So you could take the time and be like, I'm just might as well take the downtime here and do something really sneaky back here. You don't have to do this, but you could. It's up to you. Sure. Do you notice, by the way, that you chased a target, but where was the target? This is really important. Where is she on the map?
The target's, I have to go right across the whole team.
Right. So how much time can you spend here? None, right? It's got to be now.
Yeah.
Right? So what do? You rotate quickly, and now are you on an angle?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's an important note. If you want to chase a target, rotate to a different angle and don't spend time in the death zone. Because now... Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's the thing I struggle with, that I just... I see a low target and my monkey brain comes on and just like,
sure,
easy kill, easy kill.
Yeah, understandable. I think that's not necessarily a problem if the reward is good, right? The Ana was low here. You cheated the system, but you found a good angle and it was worth the risk. So it's not always bad to chase a low HP target and break the rules. Just understand the risks. Yeah. And then from here, what can you do from here?
I mean, set up another angle on the left here.
It's not a great rotation for you. Like, it is a bit open, but there's options here.
Yeah.
There's options here. You can just sit here. I like what you're doing here. Yeah, this is fine. You just shouldn't got torpedoed, that's all.
Yeah.
But see, you're here, like, if you have, let's say, 2 or 3 blinks here in a recall, this is not the worst fight in the world for you.
Yeah.
You know, and you notice that, again, you die. Why? Because you chickened out. You rotated in the open because you got scared. I understand why you rotated away, because you were only 1 blink, but it's honestly at that point probably better to just die on that angle and maybe kill the soldier than it is to try and run away back to your team. It is a difficult point for Tracer. Okay, good. I like this rotation. You are with your team, but you can deepen. Yep. Nope. Go back. Go back. Trust yourself, right? Harass. You had a nice setup here. That's not good. This is better. Better. Oh, no. Oh, no. I knew it was going to happen. By the way, nice setup here.
Always Ajax somewhere.
Always an Ajax somewhere. Really nice setup here, by the way. Really, really good stuff. No way you get this. No way. No way. You were thinking about it. I can smell. You were thinking. You were thinking about it. Yeah, you were thinking about it. Yeah, it was good stuff from you. I think the only thing, like I said, that I was annoyed about is that like you gave up this when you could have pressured this. But to be fair, you dropped here and then you kept rotating here, which was a good play. So your team lost, but nice play from you.
Yeah, but I didn't. The reason I dropped down, because I remember this, was not because I wanted to rotate there. It was because, Juno, I want a damage boost.
Ah,
it was stupid.
you fool!
Doing
what's the opposite of the bell ring? It's the angry desk slam instead. But that's a great recognition from you, right? It's like addressing the habit, not necessarily the result. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is fine. It's the higher risk rotational angle, right? You're going to go for something a little bit deeper. And you notice it's still Tracer fundamentals. I would have preferred you to approach from here.
Yeah, so not in their crosshair.
Right, not in a crosshair, right? But you can even live here. I don't even think you need to recall this. You can blink out here, and then you can stay on the backline here. I mean, yeah, this is really good. Yeah, I mean, this is you get rolled, but again, okay, I'm okay with that. It's poetry, right? It wasn't perfectly executed poetry. The rhyme was a little bit off, you know. You rhymed like last with pass. You know, it was not quite the same. But you know, okay, that analogy just needs to die, I think. We're gonna move on. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was a reasonable play. So that's like
high
the result.
High reward didn't pay off.
Exactly.
If I hit the pulse there, we probably kill June.
Agreed. This is more of a low risk, low reward, right? Where you're just kind of angling on their tank right now, but it's good. I think it's also probably the best with what's we have available right now. Everything else would take too long, so just keep shooting. Look at that, you know, it's like...
I remember this as well, because I felt like, okay, I've been going on deep angles this whole time, and it's not really worked. So I'll try to go on a off angle closer.
Right. Well, why has it not worked as well? Consider the map. Consider the situations where you've had to go for deeper angles. What's been wrong with it?
I mean, I've kind of been out in the middle of.
Yeah,
It's not really. I don't really have a good approach. I should
that's
have
it.
maybe gone
That's
for
it.
the long approach around.
That's it. It's the map. It's not the targets. It's not you. It's not a you problem. It's the map problem. You know, it's just too very, very open and exposed. So every approach to here or to here has felt very, very, very risky, right?
Yeah.
Whereas on first point, you notice how much easier it was to access backline.
Yeah.
What's the difference? It's just the map. That's just how things are going to go with tracers sometimes. So there's sometimes the angles for frontline are going to be a lot better. Sometimes the angles for backline are going to be a lot better. Again, it has nothing to do with playing differently versus the comp. It's just take the angle that's available. That's pretty much it. You took the angle that's available. It works really well. Now you're going to deepen, but the map bites you in the cheeks. You know, I mean, this still sucks.
Yeah.
You're like, I have to look at the soldier like this. Like, how do I approach this? Well, then how do you approach this? There is a solution. Do you know it?
I mean, probably blink left to the corner to recharge my blink in the stairs, or I mean, now he's kind of rotated off, so I can just walk until I need to blink. Oh, I did actually not know that was there. I've never gone there.
It's not perfect because he will know where you're coming from, but there is a mega here. You can blink here. You can sit here and chill, harass. Yes, but there's always there's usually an answer. But yeah, you had the right idea. Come here, chill, maybe then rotate, or you could even, if that wasn't there, you would be able to like go here, then go here. It's awkward, but it's something. I mean, heck, you could even you could even cheat. You could go to like here and then blink across to rotate to here, and then wrap around behind or shoot front line. You got options. Yeah, you're kind of solving it right now, right? You're thinking about it, like, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? Yeah, this is okay. It's the wrong move with now that you know what you know, but with the information that you had, this is fine. This is good. Keep shooting, keep shooting. Yep. Be careful. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. You too far away. It's not your job. Your job is to make sure this guy doesn't do anything here, right?
Yeah.
You see, you almost died to that. You almost died, and now you've given him that angle.
Yeah.
Huge problem.
I don't have the resources to.
And now you're gonna die to him, right? So now this guy, you've given this guy the opportunity to clutch this fight from this position. And look at this, right? Like he is a huge nuisance, and that's your fault. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Your fault. Good try. Nice. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, not really. I think it's been illuminating on kind of like, I think I've been in my head overcomplicating it a bit with like I need to find the optimal perfect play every time.
Yeah.
It to the like the available off angle with least resistance.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Or not even with the least resistance, because sometimes I'm just gonna have to have a Tracer 1-1 and that's just gonna happen.
Right, that's a great way of looking at it. It's not even necessarily the path of least resistance, it's just the best position for you available, and then if there's a lot of resistance there, then you know that you're taking a lot of heat off of your team. Right? So that's kind of the way to look at it. But I think definitely have a good idea of like what you ought to be doing. The consistency is coming with sometimes second guessing yourself and running into main or trying to cross in the open. When you get contested on angles, sometimes you kind of lose a little bit of hope. But beyond that, I think like when things have gone well, you've seen the results, right? Which has gone well, right? Even going back to some of the fights in second and first. So this roll here is fine with where your team is positioned. This is fine. Just be patient here. Harass, distract. Obviously a little bit far there, so blinking in there is reasonable. Blink back to cover. Grab the health pack. Go back and shoot again. It could feel a little bit difficult with how far away the Ash is. So what I want you to evaluate if this happens is what could you do from this position instead? Think very carefully.
I could go out left side and play behind the pillar, but that would be like a sandwich now that Sari is pushed up. Or I could go behind the whole team.
Shoot the tank.
Yeah, that's true.
Just shoot the tank, right? Shoot the tank. That's it. Now, if the tank was over here, what you said about like maybe I could just go pop and go here. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward, but yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
Don't be impatient. Yep, just keep shooting. Remember, you shoot what's best from your position, right? You don't worry too much about it, because then if the Ash tries to walk in to contest you, well, then obviously that's what you want her to do. So,
yeah.
It's even here. It's like you're trying to go for backline when really Zarya is the best target for you to shoot with where you were.
Yeah.
This is fine. Good, honest Overwatch. I mean, you and your Ryan basically just bullied that entire backline into one little corner. and it made it like if you look at their Ashe's ult charge, right? And even there's like there just hasn't really been any opportunity to do anything. Now they are contesting you now. I would say that I think there's a Tracer behind you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because she has to, right? Like you're too much of a nuisance. Sure. Good. Good use of the mini there. Really good use of the mini there. A little awkward with the blinks, but you did a great job playing the mini. That was really smart.
Yeah. I think that's I have a tendency to like blink into map geometry because I haven't played Tracer for that long. But that's something I'm trying to work on with just playing more.
This is dumb just because it's not convenient.
Yeah.
And so like I know you're trying
2 bubbles.
Yeah. It's not a terrible. Okay, let's put it this way. It's not dumb. It's okay. It's okay. It's a little far, but you know, pulsing her because she's there, and if you put the work into tracking bubbles at your rank, honestly, I got to give you credit. So, sure, congrats. You track 2 bubbles. That's better than most tracers would do. So hey, good for you. No, don't. Okay, good. Hold it. Nope. Shoot the Juno. And also expect something behind the Juno here too as well. Like, look what you've done. You see this?
Yeah.
This is your fault. This is your fault, right? You're down 1 and you've created a massive split here. So just chill. Probably not going to get a kill here. Ashe pins her from behind. You kind of lost track of her. That's okay. Now you can spawn camper. Yep, this is really good. This is honest Overwatch is what it is, right? I mean, do you see how like even though you're on a deeper angle, your uptime has been relatively high, right? Yeah. You've been good with cover. You've just been a constant nuisance on their backline. I like this rotation to this angle here. Whoop. Play the mega. Yep. Don't rotate away. Right? Don't rotate away. Yeah. Walk in. Let the passive heal kick in. You're about even, right? So you're okay. Walk in. Yep. Now go. Yes! This has been really good Tracer Overwatch so far. There's been some mistakes, but you should feel very proud of what you've done so far in this defense. Really, really good fundamentals. Not perfect, especially the first fight, right? Kind of forcing the Ashe who was too far away, but you've done a really good job. You've done a really good job.
It felt good in the beginning, and then it kind of turns downhill later on the defense side.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted this one.
Okay, sounds good.
If we just kept defending here, I wouldn't pick this.
Well, I think it's also good to have games where you have moments, right? And you can see why things go so well, right? It's because despite losing one, you were a constant nuisance on their backline. You just really pulled a lot of resources. You held your angle. You got forced out of your angle, so you rotated to a different angle. You got pushed out of the angle because you messed up, and then you walked back in. You didn't go back to your team. You pushed back in on the angle and then cut them off if they tried to get away. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And now you're right back where you want to. Now, this is where your pulse bomb is hurting you. Because you're thinking more about the pulse bomb and less about what you need to be doing. What do you need to be doing right now?
I mean, set up a close range off angle.
Which is where right now?
Probably the door to the left.
Probably the door to the left. Probably shooting the Zarya here if she's here. Or if they're all far away, then just being patient here, right? Patient here, waiting for the Ana to walk in, and then making the play from there, right? If they all huddle like scared rabbits in the corner over here, then you can walk forward to this pillar here and play this here, right? The problem here is you were locked in on Bubbles, you were locked in on Cassidy, you're thinking less, you're really thinking about the pull, and so you lose awareness. That Ana should have killed you, right? Ana should have slept you. You miss an opportunity to punish the Ana, and you kind of give them this rotation for free. You notice that? Yeah. That's kind of on you here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is not. And here you're sandwiching yourself. This is your responsibility here. You needed to be here, doing what you did earlier. That's how you clutch this fight, and so you chase. So the question is, was this a little bit of just getting spooked, or was this pulse bomb, or was this both?
I think this was the pulse bomb making me kind of out of control, and there I got spooked. Like it's kind of
a little bit of both.
I make one a little bad play, and then I get caught, punished by that, and then it's just everything falls down around it.
Yes, exactly. And it just gets messy from there, right? Like you miss the opportunity to punish the Ana, and then you miss another opportunity to punish the Ana, and it kind of goes poorly from there. It's just, and again, the Ana, because she was the closest one to your angle, and I think like that's your best option there. Like you needed to kind of, I mean, it's literally what happened last fight, where things get a little messy. You were patient, you were disciplined, and you win the fight. This one, things get a little bit messy. You lose a little bit of control, and things go poorly out. Okay, let's keep going. The setup here is fine. Let's be shooting the tracer. This is where you can be really disciplined with how you approach this angle. What's the mistake here?
I mean, going up,
right?
And not staying.
Stay on the angle. You have the mini, right? Make her, force her to get pocket from her team, so that the Zarya is basically isolated. And then if you get forced out, you rotate this way, right? Because, sure. Yep. Stay here. Be patient. Good use of the mini. You're winning all the health pack wars.
Yeah.
And also, I'm fairly pleased, especially for a new tracer, with your blinks are not very accurate, but when you're using and how you're using your blinks is pretty good, right? You're consistently.
I've been watching a lot of Kevster pops just to get rid of the like manic spamming of the blink button to try to play a bit more calm.
It's like she jukes you and starts to shoot you in the head, and then you blink on her, right? It's like I love seeing that little dance, and you've done a pretty good job of it, right? And this is good. Like, this is good. Like, they put 2 resources into 1. She gets pocket. You disengage to here, and then now you're ready to go right back in again. This is really good. Sure. Are you playing the rules? Yes. Did you fail miserably? Yes.
Yeah.
But you played the rules. Even this here, rotating behind. Stay. Keep shooting. Super annoying for her. Super annoying for her. Now the Cassie's fallen back, but it doesn't matter. You're still in there. So this is going to be a rare lost fight, 0 kill, but
yeah,
you get the bell. It was good. It's good Overwatch, you know. Just next time get the kill. And to be fair, they also blew a couple of ultimates, and you guys screwed up your ultimates again. So you know it's good. Well done. Really, really good timing, good angle approach, good use of cover, good use of resources, good respect of the 2v1 once the Cassie jumped in there. You played a little bit more cautiously while still holding the angle. It's good Overwatch right there. This is also good Overwatch right here. Good. Good. Huge. A little messy there. Good. Again, it's good Overwatch. Now, I would say on a minor note here, maybe food for thought here.
Yeah.
I don't think you should chase here.
Yeah.
What should you do instead?
I didn't even see the Juno right now.
Well, right, but even if
just say the shot
right,
Juno.
And even if the Juno isn't there, you have a free rotation. Right, go up top. You can poke from here. You can rat from here. You can rat from here. It's a little bit of a. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. So you had seen recall, so maybe that's why. But honestly, this is more of a minor detail. This is not a major detail. This is not, again, bad Overwatch. If you're a little bit better mechanically here, I think you kill her. I think you kill her, and then you can shoot the enemy team from the back there. So, okay. Oh, we forgot to do our. Hang on, wait, hang on. There. Okay, gotta make sure we check the boxes here. Okay. So what's going to be your best angle with where this fight's taking place? Couple of options, right?
Probably left. I mean, either top left.
This
right
isn't
side
bad.
room or the left room in the far back, depending on the.
Yep, this isn't too bad here. I think I probably would have preferred the rotation through here. I think this is a little bit more consistently. You would have run into Tracer along the way, which is fine. Yeah. I think that the way that you rotated was a little bit awkward. This is just one of those games where there's going to be a couple fights in a row where the biggest thing I have to say, for the most part, is just you needed to perform mechanically better, and or your team had a hard time. Like you whiffed your shatter entirely, and they got a big grab. That's all there is to it. This approach here, high risk, high reward. You have pulse bomb, so yeah. I also like this approach more because I find that this rotation here can be a bit awkward, depending on how you get there. This is okay, but again, feels very naked, whereas this feels a wee bit better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mechanics again.
Mechanics again. That's all right. Still works, right? You get 2 resources for 1.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. You're still staged for backline. Yeah. Thoughts on this setup?
I think this is fine because it's a close range off angle. A bit
High risk, high
aggressive, so I
reward?
could get forced out, but
Yep, agreed. Let's see what you do. Small thing, but deepen through this will be easier.
yeah.
Much easier, right? I think in
Especially
hindsight,
with Juno flying. Yeah.
even without Juno flying, it's just a lot easier for you to look down than it is for you to be here. But this is fine. That's where you need to use your recall, because the uptime is more important than you preserving your recall here.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's very important that you stay on this angle and don't rotate out, because now they can ignore you and rotate away, and then now you have a major problem. You see it?
Yeah.
They're now too far away.
Yeah.
And I assume that's going to be it. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going here. Questions? Any?
I think if like there's what should I focus on with the tracer micro? Like, what's the most pressing issue?
Frankly, I've done a really bad job paying attention to that.
Yeah,
What do you think is
I
your
mean, that's fine.
What do you think is your biggest issue normally, from your perspective?
I think it's. I mean, maybe this game is not the best representation because it got wiped yesterday, and I'm starting to get a cold, so it's not my best game of Overwatch. But I think probably either my pulses
Agreed.
or my Tracer 1v1s.
Okay. Okay. I think your Tracer 1v1s have been okay this game in terms of how you're playing them with your blinks and your cover usage and your health packs. But it might be something to look at mechanically.
Yeah.
Pulse swarms have definitely not been good this game, right? For sure. There's been a couple of times when your setup has been good and you've whiffed, so that might be something to look at as well. And what I would do is I'd be deliberate about like what is wrong with your pulse bombs. Maybe it's your approach or you're rushing things or you're panicking, or like maybe the blink pulse is something you need to practice, and then obviously go and address that. I think that's where Vaxta can be useful.
Yeah.
Setup here is fine. Setup here is fine. Again, totally uncontested once again, so you do the exact same rotation once again, right? And you notice that you're like, oh no, I don't want to be late. You're not. You see it? You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. I don't like this. Just keep shooting. Keep shooting. Right?
Yeah.
You had a good angle. Like you're blinking around like a madman for no particular reason. So why not? Why not just keep shooting, right? Keep shooting. Yeah. Nice. That's one of the situations you're like, bam, got my recall. She's low. Finish her off. Don't run. What's the play instead?
I mean, just stay there and shoot. Keep distracting, and then if
Right.
you chase me, then I run.
Right. He's not even looking at you, right? So obviously, if he does turn and pursue, then you will need to do this. But you're losing uptime. You should be losing uptime.
Yeah, and that makes him kill my Junker
Yes,
Queen. And then
makes you kill your Junker Queen, and then you actually re-engage. And yes, you have 50 more HP, but you've just blown 2 blinks to grab a health pack and come back. So it's like, what's better, 30 more HP or 2 blinks? Well,
Yeah.
But I will say this has been relatively okay. I think more damage from that angle instead of less rotating would have been better. But okay, let's see here. Drawable. Oh, maybe not. I see the time bank here. I'm not. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Hold the angle. Don't fall back. Don't fall back. This is a mistake.
Yeah.
Because you already know where the diva rotates to. It's too far away. Where should you be?
I should have stayed there and waited for the back.
Should have stayed here. Just make them think about you, right?
Yeah.
Because this is just as dangerous as where you were. And there it is, right?
Yeah.
Hold the angle. Let them walk. Blink. Come on, chase me. Come on. Right. If they get too greedy, because what will happen is they'll delay to go backwards to chase you out, and then your team will come back. Or they will ignore you, and you will get a 1 clip. I see this all the time. They get a man advantage, they just press W, and somebody in the backline kills. Ooh, good clip. Oh. I don't think you win this, but that was nice. Okay. How are we doing for time? We got about 10 more minutes. You want to look at a little bit of another code?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I have one more
Lovely.
that I saved as a backup.
Sure. Let's do it.
And that's actually good because I have had I think one thing in particular I wanted to question that with it's concerning the deep and off angle and me staying when my team lost
Sure.
on an off angle, and I felt like I just contributed nothing, but maybe that's me making the right play but having the bad outcome, so it feels wrong, but I don't know.
Yes. Okay. So any questions so far?
No, I think it's been good. Like I've gotten some points that I need to work on and think.
What
Think
points?
on.
Let's remember
I
these
mean,
as we go into this game.
I mean, the big one is stay on the off angle and not rotate away, and just keep going.
Yes.
Take one step to the side, shoot from off angle. Oh, no one is there. Take one more step to the side, and if I get forced out, instead of going all the way back to the team and start on another to the other side, I can just stay a bit back, and then as soon as I'm home contested, move further again to the side.
That's it. That's it. That's it. It's about finding the uptime through the angle by applying those rules.
Yeah.
Yep. Pulse bombs, obviously, and then when you get pressured or when you are low on resources, kind of going back to what you just said, but do not give it up. Back up. Tighten it up, disengage a little bit, but don't leave it entirely, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is where you don't even need to do this.
Yeah.
Just shoot. Be a nuisance.
Yeah.
You have value right now. It's Ryan, but you know what? Ryan really doesn't want to look this way, right? He really doesn't want to.
Chasing me.
Right, and he starts chasing you. It's a waste of time. Right, it's value right now. And also, the value here is further away, so it's less consistent. Yeah. It's not about target priority, it's about position priority, and this position is objectively worse with where they are. Whereas here, it's way, 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 way better. And then you can see it, right? Immediately get poked at without a whole lot of value. So I like the rotation to deepen on backline here, but I think that you had immediate value, and this is good, obviously, here. Ooh, yeah, okay. Nice little clip there. That's okay. Just needed to disengage where instead?
I need to disengage right.
Right. Yes. Bam.
Deepen the angle.
Deepen the angle, right? Don't kite towards your team because then you're in the open and then you die, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. The initial setup there was actually the bigger problem. You needed to go for Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Where do you need to be?
I mean, right now I could probably blink aggressive to the pillar in the middle, to the left side of it, where only the Juno can see me.
Short range off angle.
Left side.
Bam, bam. Short range off angle. That's the only option here, right? If you wanted a better option, you would have rotated out right, and this would have given you more options. But, I wouldn't deepen here because it's going to take too long. Just cut across.
Yeah.
This takes too long. This is okay. Once you're here, anyway. This is okay.
Yeah.
Don't run.
It took too long, so...
That's okay. Right.
Took pressure.
Right, exactly. Everything's not too far. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, this is where I stay.
This is where you don't even need to shoot. Just sit here.
Yeah.
Sit here. Because what is that going to do?
Yeah, I have my pulse. I don't need to even do damage.
Right. Well, you just need to pressure point. Because what's going to happen is they're going to go, oh, well, we have to go back to point. Which pulls them closer to you. Yeah. Which is what you want. For my team. Right. Create space for your team, but it also gives you that close range off angle. You don't need to chase them. They'll come to you. It's just messy. It's just messy. Yeah. Be a little bit more relaxed. Coach yourself through this process here.
I mean, here, just stay for now. And I would probably not go this far away. Just stay. I used 2 blinks when I could have used 1 blink to go behind this this wall immediately. And take a bit more time with the pulse, like not just chuck it out.
It's crosshair, ego.
Yeah.
Right. Something we see sometimes where like you cannot ego this. Because he will blam you, right? So blink first, shoot second, right? Even with only 1 blink there, or either blink around him or blink to disengage entirely, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna get pincered, I think. Yep. I mean, at this point, it's kind of already like this. This is already a mess, right? You haven't even had time, so we'll move on. Okay. Are you seeing new issues, similar issues, this previous round?
I mean, similar issues, kind of. A bit messier than the last one with off angles.
Sometimes not taking what's convenient, right? Maybe getting a little bit messy, not pulling the short range off angle to you.
Yeah.
This is fine. There will be somebody here. Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Yes. Do it. Yes. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Really, like, keep shooting, right? Like, you can make an argument here that even shooting Rhine Shield here is okay. Where does this Cassidy come from? What the heck? But you see, like, what? Go get this guy. This guy's a fool.
Yeah. I didn't know he used the nade. I didn't spot that. So
yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
That's why I recalled there as well.
Yeah, that's all right. Beautiful. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough. So wait, we got to get our. Right, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know you look forward to that. It's really important. They don't teach you that in coaching college, so you got it. That's just some of my improvisation. Hard to believe, I know. This is fine. I wouldn't leave this, you know? I guess if the Cassidy pushes you here, then sure. But yeah, this is fine.
I think it's more of a, like, I'm more of a, I don't know if it's muscle memory, it's just shoot from an angle, then rotate to another angle when I reload. And I kind of need to stop doing that every time I reload.
I agree. I agree. This is, in hindsight, makes sense because they end up putting 2 resources on you, but it is a kind of a consistent, like, ADHD thing where you're just, like, you just get impatient here, and I'm like, unless somebody's pushing me out from here, I don't know why you rotate away. I think it's because you hurt them behind, which is fine. But, man, if they are not there, just keep shooting the right in the back.
Yeah.
So a lot of time is spent rotating unnecessarily is essentially kind of what we're seeing. Oh, that is super cheeky. Right here, you got to blink. You got to blink.
Yeah.
That is unbelievably... Because that's why she lives as long as she did, even, right? Because you're like, oh, crud. She hits... Even a Diamond Dash is going to hit that shot, right? She's going to hit that body shot, so...
It's too greedy to save the blink there.
It is too greedy to save the blink there, yeah. Don't run away. You're fine. Stay here.
Yeah.
Stay here. Harass. If you need, if they're all over there, then rotate, right? I think you take a little bit of pressure and then you lose a lot of confidence on the angle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of zooming through this because I want to make sure that we get through as much of this as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Nice. Good use of the mini again. You ego it? Oh! Okay, let's actually look at this. I want to compliment you on this clip. Wait for it. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Like, obviously everything looks worse in slow motion, but that's not bad.
Yeah.
No crosshair ego here because it's a tracer mirror, so it's a little bit more forgivable, right?
Yeah.
You blink out to force her crosshair to move, and you almost end up getting her. This is what I would like to say poetry, but very high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
Your mistake is right here.
Yeah.
What should you do?
I mean, I know she's gonna chase me because that's what I would have done. So
right, she has a resource advantage in a pocket, right?
Yeah.
So what should you do?
I should just go back to the other off angle.
Blink out this way, honestly. Just blink out this way. And that's it. You just misplayed the duel. You actually played it mechanically quite well, but you played it strategically quite poorly. That's the difference. Like the little team check there. Love to see it.
Yeah, that's thanks to you. I saw a VOD review of you saying that, and then I have started doing it.
Good.
It's, I didn't do it before.
Good. This is just mechanics. I think this is pretty risky, but it does create a lot of space. You even have the patience to grab the mini. You're a little slow. You have a little bit of crosshair ego here first. We needed to blink first, realign your crosshair, and then recall. Because if you do all that, You're creating this angle for your Hanzo to actually work. You just shouldn't die for it. Because actually your Zen actually rotates to help you, but he's just a little late. Deepen, because you can't quite reach him. It's fine. You're like, I can't reach anything. That's fine. What's going to happen is as people rotate away from you, you're going to have to continue to rotate to close the distance, but them rotating away from you is value.
Yeah.
Look at where this Cassie's position was. And he just rotates further and further and further away from you. And he's just totally out of position. You just mechanically misplayed it. Let's actually look at this here. I think you just lose track of him.
Yeah.
And then a bit of crosshair ego again, right? Because you messed up your blink, you need to then just bail. Blink, recall, try again. That's just something that comes through dozens of hours of Tracer experience, but I do encourage you to specifically practice that as much as you can. This is too far, double blink under, thank you. You can force point here if you'd like. That will pull them towards you. Good, get ready for your rotation. Good try, the pulse bomb. Again, it's the idea of the pulse bomb is there, the execution is not.
Yeah.
Where do you need to rotate to?
Probably around the left side below to get the life fever, I would say.
Sure.
In this situation. Or right side around.
Or right side around the stairs.
Ryan.
Yep, this is the high risk, high reward. A little bit less crosshair ego there. Just mechanical failure, that's all.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be... Oh, no, wait, you guys stall this out? Wait, let me see what you do. I'm going to be impressed.
Yeah, I actually had a good stall here.
Ooh, okay. What? Nice. Didn't need a recall, but I respect it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good stall. Good stall. Very nice stall. You can actually touch it 97% and touch off if you want to.
Yeah. I don't know the exact percentage. I just know you can touch it a bit before.
Yep. Okay. Tracer. Reevaluate our notes between the rounds. What do we got? What are some points of practice?
Deepen the angle instead of going back to the team.
Goal. Instead of going back to team. If you get pushed, try to hold angle more passively, not leaving it entirely. Also, if you're low on CD's health, same thing. Right?
Yeah.
Practice those pulses.
Yeah.
Practice that crosshair ego. If you lose crosshair positioning, blink. Anything else?
Uptime with a recall. That sometimes the uptime is more important than the recall. Like if the fight is already breaking down and I need to add value now.
Right.
Because
right.
otherwise my team is gonna lose.
Yep. Okay. Any questions?
With the practice crosshair ego, you mean that like when someone is looking at me, I should blink?
Yes, usually. There's always exceptions to that rule, but that's something that you need to be keeping an eye on.
Yeah.
And that's
like a general rule that you can sometimes break.
Yes. Usually you're superior in terms of mobility, and that's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, I don't think so. Are you recording this so I can watch it later? If
I will send it to you as soon as, in like 2 minutes, actually.